Velatans, thank you for love and support. I appreciate you all. African youth are rising. A massive demonstration in Liberia. According to the Liberian youth, they are tired and fed up. Enough is enough. We have suffered for a very long time. That how can Liberia be living in poverty simply because of bad leadership? With all the mineral resources they have, they are still suffering. Yet other people live outside of Africa and they're enjoying. We have suffered for a very long time. Worldwide, youth are rising because we have a revolution. And this revolution is teaching us how to stand up for ourselves. Captain Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goita, and Abdurrahmani Chani, our two generals, have opened the eye of the African. I think that we're only waiting for leaders who will lead us. If not, all of us are so tired. We have all seen the reason to which the continent is always going backwards. And now that we've seen, we are all voicing out. We are all trying to do everything possible to make sure that we get ourselves a better Africa. But one thing that is for sure, like Duma Boko, the president of Botswana, rightfully said, we can never get Africa to be liberated, and we can't get our leaders to do the things that we want them to do when they are living in a system created by the oppressor. So before you can do anything, you have to move out of that system. We have to make sure that all the systems that yellow people created and is working against the African, we do away with them. And that is why we need this revolution to happen everywhere. Because when we want to depend on demonstrations, these people will never listen, they will never take these people out, and they will never back us. We need leaders who will be bold enough to do what we are seeing in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. This is the only way we can set Africa free.
Comrades and friends, fellow students, progressive journalists, people of Africa, it will interesting you to note that Liberia as a country, we have a little over 27 minerals under the belly of their soil. But today, our people still remain in decadence and paralysis. Go to Cape Mount. Cape Mount, we have Bear Mountain. Bear Mountain, according to report, takes about 800 million, almost $1 billion of last year from our country and give 16 million to our government. When the people in Cape Mount continue to live in abject poverty, it is not the case with people in Burkina Faso. It is not the case with people in other African countries. But Bear Mountain, in the faces of our people, Bear Mountain enslaved our people. We don't see our government talking about that. We don't see civil society organizations talking about that because these are people who are funded by the West and the imperialists. We don't see even big journalists in our country doing documentaries to talk about how today we remain poor. They say all the government institutions that they cannot send their children. Today, the campus of the University of Libaria remain as it is today. Today, they use our army to protect foreign investment. That Bear Mountain, is the army. The army is protecting Bear Mountain. Anytime you see helicopter in the air, you are carrying our goals. They take our gold from here, and nobody talk about it in the country. Comrades and friends, if you go to Firestone, since the establishment of Firestone, since Firestone came to this country, today, we as young people, this generation, this Gen Z generation, cannot boast of Liberia producing a robot DJ. We cannot boast of producing tire. All of our natural resources, our raw material, we export it to out of the country, and in return, we get poverty. The dish could be poverty on us. After graduation, with your BSc, you still remain in poverty. Today, when you go to Firestone, our mothers and brothers, our mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters live on Firestone plantation. They are living the life that our people live in California, on the plantation of California, Virginia, Europe, and America. Our people are still living slavery life. They have current over their houses, but they do not have current inside their houses. That is the situation that we are faced with. Go to Nimba, Asna Meta, is taking the iron ore, billions of dollars from Nimba County. Go and see Nimba University. Go and see how the young people are being treated. These people do not want us to progress as young people. They want us to keep us like this. And so we will celebrate people who are striving to solve the social economic problem of our people. And when we write them to celebrate our leaders who are doing well, they deny us, they beat us, they kill us, they chase us, they look at our numbers, they look at our Facebook accounts, they chase us. They use our police that we pay with our tax money to chase us. When you go to Beer Mountain, if you want to talk about the Beer Mountain issue, you will have army personnel guy in Beer Mountain. What can you say? We can remember a situation where they beat our brothers and sisters, some of them were killed. But if you go to Burkina Faso is doing the finishing product right in their country. As a progressive organization dedicated to promoting the true essence of democracy and celebrating the spirit of transformation across Africa and globally.
We need to put in leaders in office that will give Africa a better place in this world. We cannot continue to be suffering when we have everything. This is the message the African youth has understood. We have to break free from all the colonial chains that is keeping us backwards. We have everything on our soil. The narrative must change. And if we want to see a better Africa, it is you and I that have the power to fight for the continent. Nobody can come here to set us free. We need to set ourselves free. A president like Emmanuel Macron that the wife is slapping here and there will just sit there and summon these people and they'll just be doing Tinubu and co to go and do. Have you seen? But our forefathers are happy. Yes, all the freedom fighters are happy that at long last, this man that is parading himself, saying that Africa belongs to him, it is the woman that is slapping him in public. It is not the fault of the woman. No. You know, our ancestors just want to disgrace Emmanuel Macron for us to see how powerless he is. Yes, but one thing I am pleading, we just have to be crying for our brother Domboya as well. Because according to sources, French women, they have been beating their husbands. And if we are expecting Domboya to be doing something with all this TikTok, and Domboya is not able to do something with what has happened to Emmanuel Macron, there is a question mark. I'm telling you, there is a question mark. We need to investigate our brother to be sure that our brother is safe. So it is we that have to rise up and fight. The leaders that are parading themselves, worshipping somebody who can just sit there and someone is being beaten by their wife, disgracing the husband everywhere, pushing him, even though he's trying to cover things, but these things, it cannot be covered. So we have to put pride on ourselves and stand up and fight for our own selves, because there is nobody on this earth that will come to the aid of the African. Even with all that is happening to him, when he comes out, he still shows up that he's a man. And you, with all the resources you have, that nobody is beating you in the room and outside in the plane and pushing you. You cannot just show these people your manpower. When you see them, you'll be doing This one is something that will give you a lesson. At least empower the African leaders so that we'll see whether they will not still go and be doing again, or maybe they will change their narrative. We don't know. But it is beautiful that the youth understood that this fight can never be achieved. The freedom we are looking for when we leave everything in the hands of this democratic elected, because they have failed us big time. And we are the only ones that can give the African the better life that we are looking for. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa and in Liberia.